Hey everyone, welcome back to Aural Fixation. We're glad you're with us tonight. This is big episode 27. Very excited. We got we got 4 new guests tonight to share with y'all. And my nugget of trivia tonight is short and sweet. It's about Collective Soul. Their first album, the band that does Shine, the 90s kind of, I don't even know if they're grunge, but alt rock, let's say. The first single they had, the first album they had, was never even properly recorded as an album. It's just demos. The record industry was just so feverish to sign anyone in that genre. They took their demos and said, "Great, let's put it out. Done. Great job, guys." And so they were basically pushed through the machine too quickly to record a formal album. And what you hear on the air is demos. So if it sounds like a drum machine on that song, it's because it is. So this is the time of the show where I bring on our very special host that's with us most episodes, except for last episode for half of it. But ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Kratz is with us tonight. He's in the house. Let's see your beautiful face, my man. There he is. There he is.
Hey, that story about demos and just going to air, I feel like episode 27.
Episode 27 is just a demo. Never meant for air.
How the heck you doing, Dave?
The heck I'm doing great. We're all powered up and heated back in Texas now.
I know. What a difference a week makes.
Yeah.
It's insane. But very thankful.
Very thankful.
We're here and we're trucking.
So last week we didn't have a proper show because too many people were kind of still trying to get their lives back together, especially in Austin, which was hit a little worse than San Antonio, where some of us produced the show from. But we're all back. We're good. So last week we kind of just had and anything goes. We kind of flipped the tables. Dusty quizzed the rest of us instead of being the quiz master. He was the question writer. It was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time with that. I tried to make it difficult. I felt like I achieved that. So.
Yeah, it was. I would think I'd say more obscure than difficult.
Yes, that's fair. It was like
really we're reaching way out.
Things that I liked in my mind. That's what I quizzed you about. Which really is
the previous week was our championship show, and that's what I love to talk about.
I think WJ wants to say something first.
What do you got, Doug?
What you got?
I was just going to say that I was really, I wanted to hear more from Nick, but most of it was this.
Yeah,
he had a lot of
freeze frame.
He had quite a bit of freeze frame going on. It's a damn connection. So I was looking forward to, mixing it up, chopping it up. It was really good. However, he still won the trivia round.
I'm not surprised.
By thousands of points.
What does that say about us?
That was your own doing, Josh.
What does that say about us?
It was a great performance. I'm just saying.
So previous to last week, though, was our very first Tournament of Champions, where we had our first 4 3-time winners all play against each other in a cage match.
It was
a Brady Bunch style cage match.
If there was a tagline, it would have been, "It all comes down to this."
Yeah. I mean,
you pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
If any episode I could have wished somebody could have reached into the next screen, it would have been that one.
Drew was trying to. Drew kept.
He really was. He literally.
Or no, the other side.
We're also starved for human contact. We reach through Zoom windows now.
Yeah, I would have settled for
you.
hugs, man.
Dave, I see you.
Can we high five? I want to high five so bad.
It was everybody put forth a very valiant effort. I mean, they were champions for a reason and showed up to play, and it was great. It was very high scoring. It was close throughout the entire thing, which is that's all you could ever ask for.
It's fierce.
And our first champion, Drew, pulled it out, man.
Big Drew.
The guy is just he's a damn machine.
Probably not the first time he's attained that honor in a trivia challenge.
Well, but clearly the most prestigious.
That's true.
Yeah.
He'll be telling his friends about that one.
I want to say he's won 2. And Drew, if you're in the chat, just correct us. I think he's won at least one, maybe 2 episodes of Jeopardy.
At least one. That's impressive.
That's
one
an
or
accomplishment,
2.
man.
That's right.
Very
Let's see what the new crop's got tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I'm in.
We've got all new
I
contestants.
will speak to the resiliency of this show right here. I got to give it up to Dave. I mean, really, we had a whole week long of all that weather, and there were so many obstacles to overcome. Good job, man.
He's Spider-Man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Made it happen.
Thank you.
High five.
Good luck.
Hey, Dusty.
Yeah.
I want you to have a great show.
Thank you. I will do my absolute best.
You always do. That's why we keep you around.
It's the only reason. I just try. Well, welcome to episode 27 of Aural Fixation, the game where, like I say, anything can happen. Everyone's a winner at the end, right? We're all just playing to have a good time. I'd love to introduce you to our new batch. It's Gremlins 2 here in episode 27. Let's meet our contestants for this week. Our first new player is the owner of the very cool Astro Records in Bastrop, Texas. Let's welcome on Kevin Lippy Mobby. Come on down, sir. Dun,
Hey.
dun, dun. Hey, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Good, good. About yourself?
Doing well, thank you. Doing
So
very
you got
well.
you got the swag going there. Everybody can represent Astro Records.
Well, only
Check it
this is
out.
the t-shirt I have. I don't actually sell them.
It's one of a kind. It's one of you
I
printed it.
borrow them. It's like, well, they can borrow it.
Yeah, you
I'll-
printed it for this very reason, right? So you know, show it off. I love
Yes.
it. How is the record biz in Bastrop, Texas?
It's great. It's really good fun. It's a busy shop. You get a lot of support. Bastrop's a growing community, and people who live there want to have a record shop, and they help make it happen. So it's great.
That's excellent. Yeah, not always when we have contestants do I have any sort of personal connection, but I have physically been to your store, and we were talking earlier. You've curated the whole thing. Like there's every single bin is quality. There's not, somebody's mom's country collection that just sat there forever and just got dumped on your lap. It's well curated.
Yeah. Well, if you have a store that's 30 miles out of Austin, you got to make it worth a drive. And
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a yard sale you're just driving past. I mean, you got to. It's an intentional journey. So I try to make it worthwhile.
Absolutely. That's a great approach. Well, thank you so much for spending your Monday evening with us, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dusty. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. Stay on. We're going to introduce our next contestant, who is a Seattleite known for playing with the bands The Contaminants, Edison Orange, Power Cassette, and fronting Sunset Flip. Let's welcome our in-chat winner from a couple weeks ago, Dominic Overman. Come on down, sir.
Hello.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm starstruck and really nervous. I'm talking to Delicious, Big Daddy Delicious, Dusty Kratz. It's just I don't know. I've watched so much of the show. I'm a huge fan. My roommate was on back in October, and I've been watching ever since. And I definitely need a beer to calm down. I'm all jittery. So
there you go. Well, cheers and welcome aboard, sir. What are you drinking?
Rainier beer.
Is that a local
Yes.
brewery?
It's like water here. It's what everyone drinks. So
Very nice.
yeah, yes.
That's awesome. What have you been up? What do you play? I see that you sing, but you play drums. Is that correct?
I play drums in some bands. I play guitar, I sing. Like, kind of done it all. But like the last 5 years, it's just been guitar and singing. But before that, it was like 5 years of drumming.
Yeah.
But, a
Very
lot of
cool.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a crazy amount of drummers on this show. I'm a
I
drummer.
noticed. Yeah.
Drummers working on the show, and then contestants. I don't know if it. Are drums the new guitar? Back in the day, 20 years ago, everybody just played guitar.
I
And now
think
I'm like-
it's switching around. It helps with like rhythm playing. So if you drum first and then play guitar like drums later, you sound tighter, So
Yeah.
that might be it.
The only so I've played drums for forever, and I play at the guitar is what I say. And one time I was in a band with Thomas, who was on a couple episodes ago, and the only compliment I've ever gotten as a guitarist is that I play very rhythmically. Like they could tell that I was a drummer because I I play different rhythms that aren't just your typical strumming.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, if that's all I got, I'll take it. Right? It's something.
Yeah, it's something.
Why not?
And like when I play drums, it's like I'm just a guy behind a drum set. I'm not like a pro. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go do it.
Hey,
Like
but
with guitar, I'm not like I rock a guitar. It's like, oh yeah, I play guitar, but I'm not a guitarist, you know.
Sometimes the most important member in the band is the person that's just the glue. You know, they're not playing out, coloring outside the lines. They're just right in the lane.
Mhm.
So, well, thank you for joining us today, sir, and super excited to have you on. Our next contestant is the frontman of Austin band Friday Boys, which has opened for bands like Garbage, hello, and Old 97s. It's Scott Riegel. How are you, sir? Come on down.
Hello.
What's up? How are you?
Hanging out with my cat here. She's gonna feed me all the answers.
That would be a catastrophe.
It might be a cat 22. I don't know.
Well played, sir. Well played. What's your cat's name?
Cat is Louie. It's Taylor's cat. She got her the day after Lou Reed died, so that's her namesake.
Ah, very cool. And full disclosure, Scott, Taylor Wallace writes for our show. You are attached to Taylor in some way. Give us the story.
Yes.
Oh, she put a ring on it.
Yeah. We're married, but I told her beforehand. I was like, look, and not that she would give it away, like obviously, but I'm like, look, I don't even want a hint. I don't want any indication. I'm too competitive. I don't want, I want the pure ego satisfaction of knowing that I'm good at music trivia without any of the, any unfair advantage. So
No insider info.
I wouldn't let her.
All right, good. I trust you. I'm going to trust you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for spending your evening with us. And last and absolutely not least, our final contestant, jumping in at the last minute, replacing Laura, who wasn't able to join us today, is a TV production and concert videographer. I think that's scaling it down. He's an awesome human being. His name is Jon Burke. Come on down, sir. John, I think you're frozen.
I just stole Aldo's bit.
Oh. Well, here's the thing, John. You got to also leave, wait for the answer to be given, and come back. And oh, my camera just came back on. What happened?
That would be absolute plagiarism. By me, I want to give a little bit of artistic room in there so that I don't get sued. I don't want Aldo to sue me over the bit.
That's fair. He is a professional comedian, so it's probably written down, copyrighted.
Right. So he's got that bit, but I thought it was hilarious when I saw it. So
it
was my homage, my Aldo homage. Right there, you go.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the callback.
Yes,
Aldo homage, if you will. What's on the old chapeau there, my friend?
That is something that haven't done in over a year. Festival hat.
Innings?
Same geography.
Shaky?
No, yeah, shaky.
Shaky knees.
Nope.
Shaky beats.
It's around. Yep, there you go.
R.I.P. Unfortunately. But yeah. Well, damn, I miss music festivals. That is for absolute sure.
Me too.
ACL
and my festival friends. That's what I miss the most.
ACL announced Austin City Limits Fest. They put dates on the board.
I did not see that. What are those dates?
Yesterday. The regular in October. The regular 2 weekends. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Maybe then I can take down the Star Wars and Looney Tunes Christmas decorations, which I've declared stays up until the first festival I work.
Wow.
So
that's a hell of a way to get out of putting stuff up in the house.
Exactly. That's totally what it was. Like, how to drag that shit down. Oh, all right. Anyway.
Well, thank you for hopping in last minute. I just overpoured my beer. And without further ado, let the games begin. All right. Just as a quick reminder, I think all of you are familiar at this point with the game, but for those of you playing at home and about to dive into a cutthroat game of Aural Fixation, here's how the game works. 4 contestants whom you've just met will go through 5 rounds altogether. 10 questions per round. Will be increasing in scores and increasing in stakes. And at the end, just this once, we're only playing for bragging rights. Next time, it's your firstborn. Ladies and gentlemen, here is round 1. All right. Every week we start Aural Fixation with general music trivia entitled Cold Hard Facts. We're going to span the gamut. You're in the hip hop, opera, classical, feng shui, whatever you like. There's a question in this round. 100 points for every correct answer, 50 subtracted for every wrong answer. You guys ready? Everybody has your signs? Ready to go? All right. Here we go. Here is question number 1. Though seen as a one-hit wonder in the US, this band has maintained consistent popularity in Japan, starting with their 1992 #1 hit, To Be With You. Oh, stumped on the first one.
Now, if they were big in Belgium, I might know.
Touch me, I'm Dick. Nobody? Dave, give him a ding dong right off the bat.
Wow.
So the ding dong's broken. The song.
There's a blue pill for that.
The song To Be With You, All I Really Want, is a karaoke favorite by Mr. Big.
Oh.
Mr. Big.
I don't even recognize the title of it.
Don't carry that trash. There it is. Okay.
Not big enough.
All right. Well, shake it off. Let's get into number 2. This Detroit 5-piece had a career of mega hits like My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and I Wish It Would Rain. Jon Burke.
The Temptations.
Absolutely correct, sir. On the board with 100 points.
Ain't Too Big, great musical.
I'm bummed that I didn't get to see it. One day.
Ain't Too Proud, Ain't Too Proud.
Ain't Too Big was Mr. Big.
Yeah, that's their musical they're working on.
The story of Mr. Big. All right, here's number 3. Name the band fronted by Ian Anderson and his flute. Lippy. Jethro Tull is correct. We were talking about how hilarious it would be if there was another band fronted with an Ian Anderson and his flute that wasn't Jethro Tull. But
I have a little expansion on that.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know who they're named after?
Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull was a real person.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't know the background.
He was an English farmer, and he developed several implements as part of the agricultural revolution, which later changed into the industrial revolution. He invented the seed drill, and I believe he perfected crop rotation. There.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Just sucked the air right out of that show.
No, absolutely. That's interesting.
Yeah,
and as he did it, he played the flute.
Yeah, on one leg.
Invented the opposite lung too.
Yeah, that's
Sitting on a park bench.
Here we go with number 4. What was John Lennon's first posthumously released single? Ooh. Lippy.
Yeah, if the record store guy doesn't get this, this is
Watching the Wheels Go Round?
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect. Dominic.
I'm guessing. Is it Merry Christmas, War is Over?
It is not.
Okay.
Good guess, though. Good guess. Scott, we're going around the table.
What you looking at?
Bebop Alula, because that was the last album he did. Was the Rockabilly covers one, right? Was it Bebop Alula?
Huh.
Not Bebopalula.
No.
John, you want to close us out with a guess? Or are you going to hang on to the?
Man, points are going to be at a premium for me, so I'm holding on to my points.
That's fair. That's fair. The song is titled "Woman."
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. There's more to it, but we're just all right, no points given on that one. I was going to say no harm, no foul, but 3 of you lost 50. So we're going to move on to number 5. Formed in 2015, Dead and Company features former members of the Grateful Dead and this Connecticut-born guitarist. Scott.
John Mayer, right?
John Mayer is correct, sir. Well done. All right, here we go with number 6. Which Kansas-based emo rock band just celebrated the 20th anniversary of their amazing album, Something to Write Home About? Ooh, not a lot of emo bands. 3, 2, 1. Hit him with the ding dong, Dave. The Get Up Kids. The Get Up Kids. Many years ago, one of those shows I tried to drag you to at Emos, John. Here's number 7.
Wait, did we see them at, they played at Mohawk, didn't they? After a gig one night at South?
Yes,
Oh.
you did see them. That's right.
So I'm familiar with them, not that familiar.
Fair enough. All right, here we go with number 7. Though primarily known as a singer, she's appeared in 26 feature films, such as Desperately Seeking Susan. Who's that? Oh, John.
Madonna.
Absolutely correct. 100 points.
Celebrate.
3 more questions in this round. What cousin of Ice Cube has collaborated with Dinosaur Jr., Gorillaz, Wu-Tang, and founded the hip-hop crew Hieroglyphics in the early 90s? Some blank stares. Dominic's almost there. I could see in his face.
I should know this. I should know. I don't know it. But when you say it, I'll be like, oh, that.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Ding dong him again. Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
I should have known that.
I was thinking Farmer and the Dell.
Oh, yeah. Very close. Very close.
He has to distinguish himself from all the other funky Homo sapiens.
Yes.
Not Brian the funky Homo sapien.
It's like a whole group. It's a whole
I think
group.
they got a convention coming up soon.
Not going to go there. 2 more left in this round. Name one band other than Jane's Addiction that played the very first Lollapalooza tour. Dominic.
Susie and the Banshees.
Boom. Nailed it.
Whew.
Well done. Well done.
Thank
Also, Living Color, 9 Inch Nails, Ice-T and Body Count, Butthole Surfers, Rollins Band, Violent Femmes, and Fishbone. It was stacked. This is a very good lineup. Well done, sir. 100 points to you. Last question of general music trivia. Guys, can you name either guitarist in Pearl Jam? Dominic.
Stone Gossard.
Stone Gossard. You would have been kicked out of your home in Seattle
out on the street.
had you not known that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't name the mayor of Seattle, but you better know the guitar players for Pearl Jam.
I think it's on driver's license tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're correct. All right. Well, we successfully made it through one round. We have Jon Burke in the lead with 200. Dominic right behind him with 150.
Take a screen grab of that. It's going to be the last time I'm leaning.
Scott and Lippy both with 50. Good times. I want to introduce a brand new feature debut follow-up. We kind of beta tested the in-chat trivia. We're going to do it again. And here comes your first in-chat trivia question. WJ, hit the folks in the chat room and 10 seconds on the clock and throw your name in the hat. If you get all 3 correct in the chat today, you can't get 1 and then 1 next week. And then you got to get them all right today. You get to be on the show. So good for you. And while we're going through that, Lippy, how are you feeling? You got through 1 round.
I feel I need to drink a little bit more.
Well,
it always felt like that. So.
Did you bring a little music trivia nugget for us? And if so, drink some beer. Tell us.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drink some beer.
Cheers. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab a towel for my spilt beer while you do that.
Okay,
We'll all take a drink.
I'll come on and listen to your fact, Lippy.
I'm back.
well, how do you want it? Do you want it in the form of a question or form of a fact?
A form and a fact. Educate us. Drop the knowledge bombs on us.
Well, it's so because it's a 27th show, I thought I'd come up with something from the 27 Club.
There you go. I appreciate the detail.
Actually, I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask it as a question because it just sounds like it. Because it just sounds like I looked something up. But here's a question for you: if I tell you the name Ingram Cecil Connor III, anybody know who that is? It's a real name. That's the real name of a member of the 27 Club.
It's the bass player from the Rolling Stones, right?
Nope.
No, it's
Jim
not him.
Morrison. Jim Morrison.
Nope.
Oh God, what's his name? The guy that
Nope.
the more recent, the guy that stabbed himself in the heart. What's his name?
Elliott Smith? He wasn't
Elliott
quite that.
Smith. That's what
He was way older.
Graham Parsons.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Graham
His name wasn't
Real
Graham
name,
Parsons?
Ingram.
He was pretty
Connor
bougie. Like he came from he went to like Harvard or some Ivy League school.
Yeah, his dad, Ingram Cecil Connor II, was a very famous World War II fighter ace. Pilot. And like this hugely decorated pilot. And then but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so he had he came from pretty good stock. Anyway, that was it.
Well, that's good. You stumped us. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. We're going to move on to round 2. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hope you're having a good time. I see folks are answering the question in the chat, and we're going to move on to round 2. So every once in a while, we like to get really granular and just focus on one year in particular. This round, we're going for 2009 in music. All right. So all of these questions, we're going to go from January to December through the year 2009. 200 points for every right answer, 100 subtracted for every wrong answer. Here we go. In January of 2009, this artist performed her song Hero at Barack Obama's inaugural ball. Dominic.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, 200 points. Easy money. Well done. Well done. In February of 2009, the album Raising Sand by these two artists wins 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year, points for each artist named. Dominic again.
Is it Alison Krauss and Robert Plant?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Points.
Okay.
Nicely done. Running Away, although it's just been 2 questions, so don't get cocky. Here we go. Number 3. In April of 2009, this amateur singer from Britain's Got Talent gains worldwide notoriety when her version of I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis is viewed over 200 million times. Dominic.
Is it Cher Lloyd?
Incorrect, sir.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Oh.
I remember what she looked like. I just can't
Yeah.
remember the name.
Oh, I think,
Lippy.
okay.
Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle, absolutely. And she actually ended up with the #1 best-selling album in the US that year.
This is Manfred, by the way.
Hello, welcome.
Big Susan Boyle fan there.
Yeah, Manfred. Yeah, he's actually doing his Susan Boyle impersonation for us right now.
There goes Susan Boyle coming on the show. Thanks, Lippy. Oh boy. All right. In May of 2009, the 90th birthday of this folk icon is celebrated at Madison Square Garden. Scott.
Seeger.
Pete Seeger. Absolutely. Who I had the pleasure of meeting at the Newport Folk Festival in like 2011, 2009, something like that. Sweet guy. And drink up if you're playing at home. Number 5. Also in May at the White House, this artist performs a rap about Alexander Hamilton, the basis of which, Dominic.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Absolutely correct. Well done, sir. 200 more
Thanks.
points. Here we go. In June, this comedy rock band releases Back from the Dead. Dominic.
Oh, Cheech and Chong.
Incorrect. Jon Burke. Don't hurt yourself. It's right there. It's right there.
I know the Jack and Kyle. I almost had it.
3, 2, 1. Hold your thought there, John. Scott, make to the steal.
Tenacious D, and I didn't need the Jack and Kyle.
Incorrect, sir.
Oh, really? Oh.
Incorrect. Wow. Lippy, you're the last man standing.
I'm just going to get 200 points and shut up.
Do you want me to read the whole question for you? Or
Sure.
okay. All right, just for Lippy. In June, this comedy rock band in 2009 releases Back from the Dead, containing re-recorded versions of songs that appeared in their 1984 mockumentary.
You got to go with the Spinal Tap.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Make it official.
You warned us. You warned us that you're going to take us down the path. Yep.
200 points. 200 points. Well done, sir. It's good.
Dusty.
Yes.
The question, did you say comedy duo?
Comedy group.
Comedy rock band.
Rock band. Okay.
Comedy rock band.
I thought I heard duo in there. That's why I went straight Jack Black.
Gotcha. Okay. And Dave said, never bet on black. Here we go. Number 7. In July, this Britpop group, Dominic.
Spice Girls.
Swinging for the fences, unfortunately incorrect. I like the attempt for the steal there. In July, this Britpop group celebrates their 20th anniversary with a concert in Hyde Park, London. Scott.
Is it Oasis?
It is not Oasis. It's the other Britpop group.
Oh, that's a huge clue. That's a giant.
What?
Clue.
Is that a clue?
That's a giant clue.
There's no more left.
It's not Oasis. It's the other one. Come on.
All right. Hit him with the ding dong. Blur. Blur. Damon Albarn and his buddies. All right. Moving on. Number 8. 3 more in this round. In October in 2009, Kings of Leon, Dave Matthews Band, and Pearl Jam headline this music festival held in Austin's Zilker Park. Scott.
Austin City Limits.
Yeah, Austin City Limits Fest. Come on, guys. Come on.
Don't know, man.
Where's the sign?
I twisted the question. You're like, I was
It's all right. That's all right. Let's see. We got 2 more in this round. In November, in November, this self-titled debut album from this rock supergroup is released, featuring members Josh Homme, Dave Grohl, Scott.
Them Crooked Vultures.
That's the one, my man. That's the one. 200 points. Not those Crooked Vultures, but them specifically. And Dave pointed out, I didn't even put together, I'm 2 out of 3 on meeting those. Met Josh Homme at Innings Fest a couple years ago. Dave Grohl last September. I just got to meet John Paul Jones. Yeah. Man, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Supposedly, they keep saying they're gonna do another Them Crooked Vultures album. So you never know. Last one in this round. On December 29th in 2009, without help from a record label, this Columbus, Ohio duo self-titled debut is released, featuring the track Addict with a Pin. Columbus, Ohio duo. No label. Self-titled debut. Dominic.
I'm guessing. Is it The Knife?
It is not The Knife.
Okay.
Good guess. Good guess.
Just a guess.
Yeah. It's worth a shot. Anybody? I see just a bunch of perplexed. Oh. Hit him with the ding dong, Dave. The band is 21 Pilots. Really? They're huge. Nobody?
Well, yeah, they're huge. You guys said not to say anything bad about people before we went, so I'm like,
I thought there were 21 of them, and you said
two. They can't do math.
There's two of them. Yeah. All right. Well, where are we at here? Dominic pulling out 550 points. Lippy and Scott tied with 450. John, stagnant in that round. That's okay.
I'm still on the board.
That's right. And there's plenty.
I'm gonna cling to. Stay on the board, man.
To go. Before we move on, Dominic, did you happen to bring a piece of trivia for us today?
I have 5 pieces of trivia.
5.
And I'm not going to do all of them. I'll just do the one that I like the most.
You've got an infinity gauntlet worth of information.
I do. I have so many. But there's 2 that I'm like humming and hawing on. Do you guys want to hear something about Elton John, or do you want to hear something about Debbie Gibson?
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson. Okay.
Of course.
So this is just me telling you to go watch something later. But Debbie Gibson was on Celebrity Ghost Stories. And when she was like 1987 or whatever, when she got big, her record label was like, hey, we went out and we bought you this Baldwin piano from Liberace's estate. And it's this mirrored piano that she has. And if you go on her Instagram, you'll see her playing on it and stuff. But apparently it's haunted, like all of Liberace's pianos. So she talks about how it's haunted and how Liberace's watching over her in her career. It's pretty hilarious. And there's like a Ouija board story about Liberace and a TV psychic and Liberace TV show thing. And it's this whole thing. So definitely check it out. It's Celebrity Ghost Stories. It's on YouTube and it's like legit. It's not a bootleg or a rip or whatever. Like you can watch it from Discovery Channel or whatever. And it's her talking about Liberace's piano. It's pretty good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How does a piano haunting actually manifest? What's the difference between a unhaunted piano and a haunted piano?
Well, like I think she says like one time it played itself, or one time she sat down and played something that didn't sound like her music. It was like Liberace's hands were guiding her on the piano to write the song. It's really hokey. It's great. And then like, yeah, there's a few other stories, but it's all her stories. So just like check it out. It's like 15 minutes. And then Joe Pantoliano does a story after that if you like mob actors.
It'd be a great joke to play on someone, to like get someone a player piano and not tell them it's a player piano.
Yeah.
And then convince them that it was owned by a dead person.
Yeah. I think he has like 10 haunted pianos all over America anyways that do, tours all over.
Yeah. That was his end game, right? He's like, I'm gonna get all of these pianos haunted, and then I'm gonna
haunt them all
across the nation.
Yeah.
Ghost franchise.
Franchise, yes. Well, thank you for that interesting tidbit about Debbie Gibson. I'll never look at her the same. And let's get into round 3. And guess what, guys? If you would like to hear more ghost stories, please hit subscribe if you're having a good time. Dominic's going to come back each week, and he's just going to drop ghost story knowledge that's music related. Yes. Awesome. So this round, guys, I'm not going to lie, is my new favorite. It's my new favorite. It's a little different. It's entitled 2 Truths and a Lie. You may have played this with friends before and embarrassed yourself quite a bit. A little bit different. It's a musical take. The game in this round is to spot the fake band name. We're going to give you a genre and then 3 band names that would be part of that genre. You spot the fake one, you get it right. All right. So there's going to be 2 real band names, 1 fake one that we just made up. You let us know which one is the fake one. The genres are all over the place. 300 points for every correct answer, 150 now subtracted for every wrong answer. Here we go. Genre number 1 is indie rock, and your band names are Soccer Mommy, Fantastic Caverns, and Kiwi Jr. Tell me the fake band name out of those 3. Dominic.
Fantastic Mommy.
You merged 2.
I've had a few beers.
Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a chance. So I'm going to say all 3.
Okay.
You let me know what your final answer is.
Okay.
Soccer Mommy, Fantastic Caverns, and Kiwi Jr.
So
Yeah.
is it still me or is it John?
It's still you. I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, so it's Soccer Mommy then, right?
Okay, it is not Jon Burke.
Okay.
Fantastic Caverns.
Boom. There it is. 300. You're almost there, Dominic. You're almost there.
I don't think I should play this round.
No. It's all good. It's all good. This is fun. Here we go. Number 2, your genre is dance rock, and the band names are Calamity Now, Cut Copy, and The Two Bears. What band name is not real? Scott.
Calamity Now.
Calamity Now is correct. Very well done. 300 points to you. Here we go. The genre is metal, and your band names are Entombed, Moral Tether, and Neurosis. Dominic, by a hair.
Moral Tether.
Moral Tether is correct, sir. Well done. Although a mighty fine band name. Number 4, your genre is indie rock. And by the way, we've copyrighted all these fake band names. We own them all, so don't
All
get
the .coms.
all the .coms, the .nets. All right, these are indie rock bands. Pretty Sick, Illuminati Hotties, and The Mixed Metaphors. Dominic.
Mixed Metaphors.
Mixed Metaphors is correct. Well done. I feel like you were really good at Where's Waldo. Here we go with number 5.
Yeah.
Punk rock is your genre. The Business, The Diodes, and Chinstrap Rebellion. Lippy.
Diodes.
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect. Scott.
Business.
Incorrect as well. Dominic.
Chinstrap Rebellion.
Yep. Yeah. It's just
Process of elimination.
Everybody. Yep.
I just had to wait it out. I just had to be John.
Well done, sir. Yep. All
Free
right.
money.
Free money right there. 300 points to you, sir. A few more in this round. Here's number 6. Your genre is ska. Making a comeback always. Streetlight Manifesto, Skankerchief, and Bim Scala Bim. Dominic.
Skankerchief?
Absolutely correct, sir. Well done.
That's a terrible name. Not to be negative.
Pretty bad.
Like, you can't book a show with that name.
Skank and Pickle. Like,
Skank and Pickle.
There's some terrible ska band name.
We played with them a few times. They were great. And we played with
They're a
Bim
good
Scala
band.
Bim.
They're just a terrible name.
Sometimes you just got to run with it, you know? Here we go. Again, your genre is punk rock. Dead Kennedys, Johnny Moped, and Mussolini's Mullet. Lippy.
Mussolini's Mullet.
There it is. Absolutely.
Both of the other guys live.
Oh, yeah?
Live, yeah.
There you go. I would personally like to see Mussolini's Mullet play. So, you know.
You can't see it through the hat. He always wore a hat. He had a mullet. He just folded it up.
Yeah, and as soon as he took the hat off, it's like these luscious locks just in the back. The ultimate fascist haircut. I love it. Number 8, indie pop is your genre. The Silent Count, Local Natives, and Arlo Parks. Scott, by a fraction.
Count.
What was it?
The Silent Count.
Yes, absolutely, sir. The Silent Count is correct. John, we've shot Local Natives and Arlo Parks.
Yes. That's why I know them.
Local Natives. I love it.
So
much
good.
live. They're incredible. All right, 2 more in this round. Surf rock is your genre. The bands are The Shadows, The Kilatones, and The Ripcords. Lippy.
Kilatones.
Kilatones is correct. For some reason, I had a feeling you might know that one.
Yeah. I used to work with the son of the lead guitar player for The Shadows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hank Marvin's son was a friend of mine, and I worked with him in London. Yeah.
That's awesome. We'll see. Full circle. Little did you know it would that little bit would earn you points on the country's most prestigious music live trivia show on YouTube at 8 o'clock.
And you know what? I saw 2 Shadows records today. I was out hunting for records, and I saw 2 records by The Shadows. And I went, I'm not going to buy them. No one knows who the hell they are. They're going to think that's a fake band. So I didn't buy them.
That's an elaborate ruse to put out, print up fake LPs and stack them.
That's serious.
Committing to the bit.
We go all in on this show. We go all in.
Just to keep talking. The Shadows were Cliff Richard's backing band, and then they broke out and became an instrumental sort of ventures type band. But they were, when Cliff Richard was pretending to be the English Elvis Presley, they were his backing band. Back in the 50s and 60s, and they were on his TV show too. So
very cool.
Cliff Richard always makes me think of the young ones.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Not the laundrats. Here we go. Here's our final question in this round. Your genre is hardcore, Jon Burke's favorite. Edgewise, Pummel, and Silent Infidel are your band names. Edgewise, Pummel, and Silent Infidel. Dominic.
Silent Infidel.
Silent Infidel is correct. Dominic, okay. I gotta call out your sign process here. It's like this. It's like an automated, just like I'm in, I'm out.
It's the wiper. It's the wiper on auto.
I'm just trying. I don't want to scare people by being like too fast.
That's fair. That's fair. You don't want to spook the rest of the.
Yeah. And I can hear the silence of everyone else. So I'm like, I'll just jump in. I don't want to throw out my shoulder.
Yeah, They don't know that one. I'll just take my time.
I'll just you know.
Well done. That was a great round. Dominic leading with 1,900 points. Lippy not too far behind, 900 points. And Scott also 900 points, and Jon with 400. Guys, that brings us to round 4. But before we move on, here is our next in-chat trivia question. 10 seconds to answer, and you get to throw your name in the hat to be on the show. So, WJ, throw it away. And before we move on, Scott, do you happen to have a nugget of trivia for us?
I do. So this is in the form of a question that y'all can answer if you choose.
Sure.
With a sign?
Yeah, well, yeah.
With a slow?
Right by.
So, which member of the Velvet Underground attended the University of Texas at Austin after leaving the band to complete a PhD in medieval studies? I saw Lippy first.
The female singer.
Okay. I'm going with Mo Tucker.
It was not Mo Tucker.
Oh.
Dominic.
I mean, it wasn't Lou Reed.
It was not Lou Reed.
Wasn't Nico Case in the Velvet Underground?
No, Nico Case wasn't born yet.
Nico, not just Nico.
Who am I thinking?
Just Nico. Just Nico.
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 Oh, see, I'm not a total
giant German lady. Yeah.
Yes.
Austrian.
Was that correct? Is it Nico?
Not correct. No.
Dang, who was it?
It's not her. Oh,
was,
who knows?
Sterling Morrison, the other guitar player.
Nobody knows that.
He went to Hookham to do his PhD in medieval studies, and then he worked on a tugboat in Houston for several years. And that's also another trivia nugget. That's where the song Galaxy 500 got their song Tugboat from. If you're familiar with that song, I just want to be your tugboat captain. It's about Sterling Morrison.
Interesting. Also, for those of you watching at home, that's what happens when you get a degree in medieval studies.
Yeah, you are.
So, without further ado, I love that tidbit. Thank you, Scott, for sharing. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do one of these, and we're going to go into round 4. I'm sorry, Scott. I had to. I got an eye roll and everything. I love you. Here we go. Round 4 is entitled Multiple Lead Singers. All of the groups mentioned in this round share singing duties among members. All right, 400 points for every correct answer, 200 subtracted for every wrong answer. This is where the funnel starts getting a little tighter, gets a little more serious. All right, here's question number 1. In 1966, this band gave up on playing live concerts primarily because they couldn't hear each other play on stage. Dominic.
The Beatles.
The Beatles is correct, sir. 400 points. Here's number 2. First, a 4-piece that included drummer Kate Schellenbach. They solidified into a 3-piece band comprised of Adam Horowitz, Adam Yauch, and Mike Dominic.
Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys is correct. The first, Lippy, you're going to get a kick out of this. The first record I ever purchased from Target was the Beastie Boys' Greatest Hits. I saw it and I'm like, I've got to own this right now. And I went home and listened to all 4 sides because it's a dual, but yeah, Target selling records. Who knew? Yes, 400 points to you, sir. And here's number 3. Kim Deal and Black Francis shared vocal duties. Scott.
Pixies.
The Pixies. If nobody got that, I would ask, where is my mind? But you got it. Well done, sir. 400 points. Number 4. This Seattle alternative rock band's dual lead singers, Chris Bellew and Dominic.
Presidents of the United States of America.
Absolutely. We got to get some peaches. We got to get kitties, dune buggies, volcanoes, all of those amazing things. Presidents of the United States is correct. 400 points to you. Moving on to number 5. This mother-daughter country group had 14. Libby.
Judds.
Lippy is right with the Judds. Absolutely. You knew that one, right? There's only one duo in country music that are.
Now you got. Now you have to ask me which one I like the most.
Oh.
But I'm not going to tell you.
Winona.
I'll never tell.
It's Winona. She's the best one.
I'll never tell.
Actually, it's Ashley.
No, it's Winona. Come on.
You're not wrong. Well done, Lippy, pulling in there. Here we go with number 6. This band's most recent 2 albums dropped in 2005, but singers Damon and Serge have both continued to release solo projects. Dominic.
System of a Down.
System of a Down is correct. I miss those guys.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Together.
They actually did. They released a song recently from because they're Armenian, and
right.
they got back together and recorded a few songs to benefit the Armenians that were at the losing end of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. They're invaded by the Azerbaijani.
Very cool.
Military.
Was it good?
I didn't quite care for the songs, but it was for a good cause, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, it's all for a good cause. That's fair. Yeah. But yeah, I'd welcome them back into loving arms. But well done. Well done. Here we go with number 7. Selling more than 75 million records worldwide. This band's 4 members take turns singing. They're known as the Demon, the Spaceman, the Catman, and Star Child. Dominic.
Kiss.
No. Yes, of course it's Kiss.
Of course it's Kiss.
Actually, I got to be on a Zoom with Paul Stanley 2 days in a row. The guy's a sweetheart.
Nice.
Get this. So, we all have like a ring light or some sort of light or something, to make it look a little bit nicer. Mm-hmm. He makes his own lights. He uses like a pie pan and he cuts out the middle and then he puts a LED bulb and does all this. And he's like, I need to figure out how to sell them. They're so cheap and it looks just as good as, everything else. I thought it was hilarious. He went on for 20 minutes about his homemade lights.
So when he talked to you, did he say like, how you doing tonight, people?
He did. When he first came on, we were
did stage banter.
Like, how are you tonight, Detroit? I'm like, I'm in San Marcos.
I can't hear you.
Oh, no. Exactly. That's how it had to go. It's fine.
Oh yeah, it's Paul Stanley. That's how he talks.
Yeah, of course.
That's how he orders pizza. I want a
pizza. Double cheese. Skip the olives. All right. Let's move on. Number 8. This Brooklyn hip hop trio broke big in 1993 with their single "Rebirth of Slick." I think that was a Taylor Wallace question. Just blank faces. Taylor, you blanked them.
Can you repeat it?
I can. This Brooklyn hip hop trio broke big in 1993 with their single "Rebirth of Slick." Dominic, going for it.
I'm guessing De La Soul.
Incorrect. Scott, did I see your sign come in? No. You're like, oh, Dave, hit him with the ding dong. The band is Diggable Planets. Diggable Planets. kind of like an acid jazz, hip hop, funky. It's good. The album's good. Number 9, only existing for 2 years. This supergroup was fronted by Jack Bruce and Eric Clapton. Scott.
That was Cream.
Cream is correct, sir. Well done. 400 points. Last question.
Vocalists on that in that group.
What's that?
The multiple vocalists in Cream. I thought
Jack
this was like vocalist.
Jack
category.
Bruce and Eric Clapton both shared vocals.
Okay.
It's for stuff.
All right. Just checking.
Lippy's ready to fight. Lippy's ready to fight.
Yeah. I mean, I knew the actor was Cream. I just didn't know that, I didn't know Eric Clapton sang, but I guess he did.
Of course he sang. He's Eric Clapton. All right. Last question in this round. Yeah, Eric Clapton can do whatever the hell he wants. This 3-piece Houston band combined blues with new wave in the 80s. John.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top. When we read through these questions, I'm like, ZZ Top combined blues and new wave, and everybody that writes for the show.
Yeah, man. Sharp Dressed Man.
Oh,
I don't see it.
No,
man.
Dude. Sharp Dressed Man. Sharp Dressed Man. The keyboard.
Whenever anybody says, name me a blues song, I always say Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ.
Yeah, that's a blues song. The Heartache of the Blues.
What's your favorite blues song? Oh,
Get Muddy Waters, man.
Yeah. No, Sharp Dressed Man. You need some sunglasses and a suit.
yeah.
So sad.
If it's not
I will
about
say-
feeling good, it's not about
Favorite new wave song. Oh, she's got legs.
That's where I was coming from, but I was shot down and told that no, this is correct. John, you watched ZZ Top with me at the festival in Tennessee.
Exit 111.
Yeah, right?
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah.
Those guys are still fantastic live.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I've seen them twice. They're really good both times I saw them. Oh, actually, I ran into. Oh, I didn't talk to him, but I happened to be at the Guitar Center in Austin, up on Anderson, and Billy Gibbons was there at the same time, just like buying some strings or something. And I took like a creep shot.
Oh no.
Background. I was like, yes.
I think what surprised me the most though was that I could tell there weren't tracks. It was the noise that those 3 guys were making, and that's it. And it chugged along and was driving, and the fans loved. Like, they're a legit talented band, even in they're like what 1,030 years old, something like that.
They started off as a sight band, right? Some of them, one of them, like the moving sidewalk or something.
They actually started. No. This is so weird, but like the Zombies in the early day, they were like a band and not a band and then a band, and word got around that they weren't a band slowly enough that other bands popped up,
Fake
claiming
Zombies.
that they were the original Zombies. And ZZ Top's first like gigs were acting as like the Texas Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Zombies were like a regional band. Like there was different Zombies in not every state, but there was a handful of them.
I would feel so ripped off if I went to that shit, because like the Zombies like are obviously like they sound British, and then you go to like see ZZ Top as the Zombies, like it's the time of the season.
Because like nobody knew what anyone looked like back in the day.
Well, they based Spinal Tap on that studio recording of the Zombies, like talking about making records, right? And they're going, put some more pixie dust on it, make it like pixie dust. And then they wrote, and then
It's funny, Lippy, your impersonation of Spinal Tap being English sounds like my daughter being English. She'll just randomly say, "Oh yeah, let's hang out, mate." And I'm like,
Americans pretending to be English. So just forget English, but the rest of them are Americans pretending to be English. So that's why they like Americans pretending to be English. But yeah.
So can we say that to summate, the Zombies in the day were basically the Spasmatics of the 60s? Is that what we're saying?
Brilliant.
That's it.
Okay.
They're a good band. They're a good band. They just I think they were just a bit drug addled, like everybody else in the 60s. They just happened to have open microphones at the wrong time.
Fair enough. Look, we survived round 4 altogether. We've got Dominic on top quite commandingly, but you're not safe yet with 3,700 points. Scott with 1,700. Lippy right behind with 1,300. Jon with 800. Jon,
yes.
as I tell everybody in 4th place going into round 5, there are plenty of points on the board, my friend. Like you can still, if this next one is in your wheelhouse, you've got it. But before we move on, and while I have you singled out, do you have a nugget of trivia that you would like to share with us this evening?
Man, absolutely. This is the main reason why I want to be on this, just to say this.
Only reason. Well, let us have it. Hit us.
So in the late 70s, early 80s, there was this fascination with Burundi music.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's where Adam and the Ants were highly influenced by that. Well, there was a record producer out there that also liked that Burundi sound. So he stole the Ants from Adam and formed Bow Wow Wow.
Yeah.
And almost added a second singer. There was a DJ named Lieutenant Lush that he wanted to recruit to sing with Annabelle Lee.
Who wouldn't?
Oh, yeah. Lieutenant Lush actually went on to have a career with his own band, Culture Club. Boy George. Boy George was almost a member of Bow Wow Wow.
Dude, that was like a nugget into another nugget that was a trifecta. That was like the dominoes falling.
I wanted to jam as much of that in there as I could.
Who was that producer then?
Oh, yes, the producer. Yes, here's the Malcolm McLaren.
Yes, Malcolm McLaren from the Sex Pistols.
Malcolm McLaren.
Here's a story from an old guy.
Yes.
So I went to see Bow Wow Wow on a live tour, but Annabelle was underage. She was like 16 or 17.
She was a kid.
And so they played in Hammersmith, not the Odeon, not the famous music venue. They played a roller rink. And you had to wear roller skates. If you wanted to, I'm not even lying. You had to wear roller skates if you wanted to go see Bow Wow Wow. And there was all these like punk rock kids on roller skates. And like every 10, 15 minutes, someone would fall over and then they'd grab the other person. It'd just be like this domino effect of everybody that can't roller skate falling on the floor. And it was very, it was just punk rock as a rock. It was a terrible idea.
Oh, that's brilliant, though.
Yeah, and they only really for some reason they did like a big cassette thing. Anyway, yeah. So I was there for that. Yeah.
Were they
So how were your roller skates? How's your roller skating?
Terrible. Yeah, terrible. It's just like the only time I've ever worn roller skates was to go see Bow Wow Wow.
Commitment.
And to the hospital. That's the only time.
Oh man, that putting on roller skates to go see a band, that would have to be that I'd have to really want to see that band because
I guess it was 78 or 79, and they played roller skating rink in Hammersmith in London.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they had to play this unlicensed premises because she wasn't allowed into licensed premises because she was underage, and so they played all these ridiculous venues. So yeah.
This next song is an all skate.
They just played. They played everything on a Hammond organ.
They bust out a pole and do the limbo and.
They play the cha-cha slide at that show.
Oh God!
The original.
No.
Man, that in itself right there was just its own podcast.
Yes.
If you're enjoying these stories of punk rock roller skating, please hit subscribe. And friends, family, countrymen, let's get into our final round. Last round, Dave always corrects me. We have a final round. This is the last round altogether, entitled Round 5. All right. Before I keep forgetting, I just want to call out my shirt. It's a Consequences Sound shirt, and I can't decide which way to turn. Protect Live Music, Consequence of Sound. I bought it. They're doing 50% of their proceeds going to actual music venues to help them out in this crazy time. They passed Save Our Stages, but it's also this giant bureaucratic process. And, it takes a while for that money to hit there. So this money is actually going to the venues now, from my understanding, from what I've read. So do what you can, help them out. We are not paid or endorsed. I just think it's a good cause. Anyway, round 5. Here we go. And support your local record store. Damn it. Go to Astro Records. Or
go to Daybreak.
Or Daybreak or Peaches or Waterloo or whatever. Just go to a record store. This final round together, last round, final round, round 5, I don't know what Dave wants me to call it, is entitled In a Word. In a Word. Every answer in this round is a single word named, oh God, I can't read. Every answer in this round is a single word name of an artist or group. In a word. That was like my trailer voice. 500 points for every right answer. 250 subtracted for every incorrect answer. 5,000 points on the board. So like I said, John, you sweep this, you basically punch everybody and elbow drop, and you just go to the final round. So without
if this
further
is the
ado,
all Duran Duran round, then just go ahead and give it to me.
You spoiled it. It's
Rio.
That's 2 words.
Rio's 2 words. That's Rio's 1 word. All right. Let's see how this goes. Here is question number 1. In a word, we're looking for singular words for the artist or band name. Her name refers to a male person of authority, and she chose it to do a, God, I really can't read anymore. Her name refers to a male person of authority, and she chose it due to her fascination with royals and the aristocracy. Scott.
Lord.
Lord is correct. Lord is correct. I really like Lord. I like what she does. Number 2. I got tangent alert. Stop in my ear. Here's number 2. This rapper, this rapper, actor, poet's name is the opposite of unique. Scott again. Common. Going for gold here, my man. Here's number 3. A male duck, or if you're on Instagram, Lippy. Drake is correct. Drake.
I almost said Mallard.
that is the band.
I think, wait a minute. Who the hell is Mallard?
That's the singer. That's the singer for Tool, right? Mallard, James Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a band called Mallard, and I think one of Captain Beefheart's guitar players actually was in that band. That's a super deep nugget.
Just extra nugget. I love it. Bonus nugget. And thank you for that. Here's number 4. Translating to helper in Hebrew, she is Miss Furler, the often obscured singer, songwriter, and filmmaker. Ooh, Dominic by just a hair.
Is it Sia?
It is indeed Sia.
Such a guess.
She can't see ya because her hair's out.
Because her bangs.
Man, John, did you know that one?
Yes, I did. I was going to gamble on that one.
It's good. It's a good gamble. Here's number 5. EDM artist Thomas Wesley Pence, or what you do when you need to duck under something. Oh, God. I'll reread it. I'm sorry. I made a Mike Pence joke earlier, and then the answer is also really funny. Number 5, EDM artist Thomas Wesley Pence, or what you do when you need to duck under something. It's so dumb, but so good. John.
Neil?
No. I appreciate the effort, though. Anybody else want to take a stab at that one? No. Hit it with the ding dong, Dave. If you want to duck under something, you would dip low.
Oh, Christ.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought.
It's the worst.
That is the worst. That's the worst thing I've heard all day. Don't
Well
thumbs
done,
up
Josh.
that. Don't thumbs up. You don't get to. No.
You use
Thank
chewing
you.
tobacco.
Thank you, and you're
love-
welcome.
I
No.
love.
I
bad
return
puns.
the gift.
You use
There's a
chewing
gift
tobacco
receipt and
in
I'm
a
returning it.
It's
contest.
non-refundable, Dominic. It's all yours, buddy.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Regifting. I'm regifting to everyone else. I don't want that.
What'd you say, Scott?
I said if you use chewing tobacco at a limbo contest.
That's a little funnier. I actually
Well
like
done
that
on
more.
the spot.
I like that more.
Hey, we write the questions here, okay?
And I critique. It's a critique.
All right. 4 more in this round. 10 billion points on the board. In Arabic, her first name means thankful, as are many of her fans for the fact that her hips always tell the truth. Dominic.
Shakira.
Shakira is correct. Her hips do not lie.
Man, that video with the mountain, so good.
Not as good as your hip shaking. Number 7, named for the predatory arachnids, this German band became heroes of heavy metal. Scott.
Scorpions.
Yeah, there you go. The hint was right at the beginning, guys. Right at the beginning. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pause and I'm gonna look at the points here. So Dominic, nice and strong. Second place is still up for grabs. Lippy, you sweep these 3. You're in, my man. Are you frozen? You're still there?
No, I'm still here.
You're in. Okay, good. I hadn't seen your sign in a few. So okay.
Let me drink so you can see I'm awake.
Cheers. I'm almost done with. Look at this. My buddy Brian brews his own beer. He made a New England IPA. Part of it went on the desk, but the rest of it's right here. Here we go. Number 8, fronted by singer J.K. These acid funk Brits were named for a portmanteau of the words jam and the name of a Native American tribe, the Iroquois. Scott.
Miraquai.
Jamiroquai. Absolutely. Well done, sir. Pulling away, Lippy. You can do this. You can do this. 2 more left. Named for an object that can extend an individual's ability, this LA prog rock band is fronted by vocalist Maynard James Keenan. Dominic.
Tool.
Tool is correct.
Tool.
I honestly forgot that was coming up when I made that joke. Well done, sir. 500 points to you. Last question in this round. She has written songs for Britney Spears and my friend Miley Cyrus, but hustling as a waitress in her early career is why she ironically added a $sign to her name. Dominic, for the close. Kesha, the amazing,
she's great.
resilient Kesha is correct, sir.
A saint.
Absolutely. Closes it out with 5,700 points. Scott, not too far behind, 5,700. Lippy, 1,800. Jon Burke, 550. It was a valiant effort across the board. John and...
I didn't have enough prep time today. Yeah.
That's what we'll chalk it up to.
Yeah.
Lippy and John, stay, but turn your cameras off, mute. We're going to ask you to step aside, and we're going to let Dominic and Scott go at it head to head for final blood. All right. Gentlemen, how are you feeling before we head into the final round?
Scott.
Like a scorpion.
Like a scorpion.
Ooh, ready, just kill shot. Boom. Dominic, how you feeling?
I have 2 things to say. First, I was wrong about that Shakira video thing. The mountain video is whenever, wherever, not hips don't lie. So I'm sure there's people in the YouTube comments that are like, that's wrong. So correction.
The only
Second thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes, please.
Second thing, I'm nervous. Scott seems like a real tough competitor, a real tough cookie, a real go-getter. So I'm ready, and the spirit of competition is alive.
Excellent.
And I'm a little scared. And may the best man win. or person,
Cheers.
depending
I'll
on
drink
pronouns.
highlights
Yes,
of
and
that.
cheers.
Still drinking Rainier. Rainier's very good, but we went to Portland before COVID and had the opportunity to drink some Rainier at a bar. It's delightful.
It's a great beer. Yes.
Nice. Little camaraderie before we go for blood here. I appreciate that. And hey, before we move on, here comes our last in-chat trivia question for our chat room folks. WJ, hit him with it. You got 10 seconds to get that answer in there to get your name in the hat for a drawing to be on our show. So best of luck to you guys in the chat. Thanks for sticking around and watching. It's been pretty active, which is always fun to see. And that brings us to a very brand new final round. So as much as you think you know nothing. This is as if your favorite trilogy came out with a new film to reset. The title of the final round here is Sing Pong. Sing Pong. We're not actually going to ask you to sing, so you're welcome. Here's how it's going to go. You're both going to sing or say a song one word at a time. I'll give you the first phrase, and then you two take over. First word will go to our underdog. So Scott, you're going to start. You will go back and forth, giving us the song one word at a time. So Scott will say one word that follows my prompt. Dominic, one word. Scott, one word. Back and forth. If our leader gets one wrong, you're out, and our underdog can keep going and giving us words until they win or they go out themselves. I would fail at this miserably because I'm not a lyrics guy. 1,000 points for every correct answer. Guess what? That means 1,000 points for every word that you can get through. A lot of points here. Josh is not happy for some reason. I'm not sure, but we're going to keep trudging along. The song today is Hey Jude. I don't know if you've ever listened to that song. We're going to go nice and slow here so that Josh can tabulate the points. Hey Jude is your prompt here. And I'll start because of my beautiful baritone. Not a baritone. I don't know. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Scott, please take over.
Take.
Good.
A.
Okay. Pause. Let Josh catch up on scores. We good? Scott.
Sad.
Good. Dominic.
Song.
Yep. I like that you guys are poised. I like this. Scott.
And.
Dominic.
Make.
Back to Scott.
It.
Dominic.
Better.
Perfect. Back to Scott.
Whenever.
Whenever is incorrect, sir. Incorrect. Dominic, what is the next line?
Remember.
Yep. Absolutely. Super
okay.
close. Same number of syllables. Scott, a very worthy competitor, sir. But Dominic, you are our winner.
I just want to dedicate this victory to AFI because you guys were really mean to them 5 episodes ago or something. And you were making fun of The Cure and you were making fun of Bon Jovi, and you said that they borrowed Bon Jovi's Woe Machine. They borrowed Def Leppard's Woe Machine. Okay. That's where those woes came from.
Hey, Black Sails.
December Underground. Okay.
Black Sails and Art of Drowning are two fantastic.
Yeah. But then Sing the Sorrow, everyone's like, oh, they're commercial now. So Davey Havoc, I defend your honor.
Fair enough. Karate Kid 2 style. Where's Peter Cetera when you need him? Listen.
Hey, Black Sails is where it's at. Black Sails is awesome. I'm 100. I'm on board.
Yeah, everything's
Art of Drowning is great too.
Dusty, we're coming for you.
I just remember
That's fair.
Miss Murder from, I think it was in Guitar Hero 2.
That's a good song.
Yep.
Everyone's like too cool for stuff. I'm not too cool.
Well, listen. You need to start a SoundCloud account tomorrow, and your first track is "I Came from the Chat and I Went to the Top." You did it. You won.
And featuring DJ Delicious, Big Daddy, Delicious.
DJ Khaled.
Hey, I'd like to ask all of our contestants back on real quick. And it's been a blast.
Oh, hey, Jon.
Jon Burke.
Hi, Boba Fett.
It's Boba Fett. Lippy has got Manfred Man the dog. I can't remember the dog. No, sorry.
That's correct.
Yeah, it was Manfred. Fantastic. Every single person right now watching this show, hit that subscribe button before you leave. Thank you guys for watching. Dominic, well done, sir. Congratulations. Thank you all for spending time with us. Let's get out of here. We'll see you next time, next week, Monday. We have big things planned. Stay tuned. Watch those socials. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.